Basically what we have here is some work that Logan did. He was solving for x minus y minus 4. And we have x plus 2y equals 8. So when he was looking at the two equations, he decided to solve for the first one because the first equation had an x by itself in the first equation. So he just solved for it. Now, when you do that, it's very similar to what we did when we were solving for y. We solved for y, and then we substituted in. So instead of saying substituted, he used the word put. So he put that equation into 2 and substituted wherever x was. So if you look in there, we've got negative 4 plus y in brackets plus 2, y equals 8. Now when he dropped his brackets, he simplified very quickly, right? Now the moment that he simplified, he ended up with negative 4 plus 3y equals 8. So he solved for what he was looking for. So you got 3y equals 8 plus 4. And then what he did was he simplified, got 3y equals 12, and simplified to y is 4. So now that he did that, what Logan had to do was he had to take the time and put y equals 4 into equation 1. So remember, equation 1, back over here, was x minus y equals negative 4. So in doing so, what he's done is he substitutes in. So he's got x minus bracket 4 plus 4, simplifies, and he simplified it all the way to the end, and he ended up with x equals 0 as the solution. So he said, therefore the solution was 0, 4. Now, when he originally did this problem, he had a problem. He messed up a little bit. He went and checked his solution, and the left side and the right side with that solution didn't work for equation 1. Okay? He did the one for equation 2, and it didn't work either. So he had to go back and do this entire thing again to make sure that his work was correct. Now, once he did that, he easily could realize that if both of those checks work, then the point 0,4 is the solution for the entire line. So now, another way for us to check to see if our solution worked would be to actually take a look at our graphing. So what he did was he took a look at equation number 1, okay, and he said, okay, I'm going to solve that using y equals mx plus b. So he solved for y, divided by negative 1, and got y is equal to 1x plus 4. So he knows that his slope is 1 over 1, did his stuff. He also known his y-intercept was 4, and that's how he got the equation x minus y is negative 4. So finally, he took his second equation, and he said, you know what, I'm not going to solve for that, because if I take a look at the 2y in there, the final step when we solve it would mean that we'd have a fraction under x. We'd have 1 over 2x. So you know what, forget that. Let's just go and solve using the xy intercepts. So the y-intercepts. So imagine x is gone, so we're left with 2y plus 8. 2y equals 8. And then we divided both sides by 2 to get y is 4. So then what he did was he went and plotted y is 4 as one of our points. And then he did the same thing for our x-intercept, and he found that x is 8. He plotted his points, just like before, for the x value, and then graphed his line. And you noticed we have the solution is our point of intersection. And that's where all of this stuff has come full circle.